Here's the paradox of learning social skills. You need to think about what you're doing to improve, but thinking too much makes you worse in the moment. You need to practice deliberately, but being in your head kills your results. So how do you actually get better without becoming a weird, mechanical robot? There's a method that solves this. There's a story about a famous comedian building a new act from scratch. He'd been doing the same material for years, killing it every night. Then he decided to start completely fresh, throw out everything and build something new. His method was simple. Every night he'd do 90 to 95% proven material, the stuff that already worked, and he'd add just 1 or 2 new jokes. Test them on the live audience. If they worked, they stayed in. If they bombed, he'd cut them or rework them. Gradually, joke by joke, night by night, he built an entirely new hour of material without ever having a bad show. This is exactly how you should approach improving with women. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Don't read a book about dating and then go out trying to implement 17 new concepts simultaneously. You'll be so in your head that you'll be worse than before you learned anything. Instead, go out and do your best, whatever that currently looks like. That's your 90%. And add 1 or 2 new elements to practice. Maybe tonight you're working on holding eye contact longer, or opening groups instead of just solo women, or moving locations during the interaction. One thing, you'll still have your baseline results. You're not risking catastrophic failure, but you're also testing and improving incrementally. Over time, those 1 or 2 new elements become part of your natural game. Then you add another 1 or 2. Gradually, your 90% gets better and better. There's another crucial principle. You need wins along the way. Research on animals and humans shows something called the winner effect. When you experience success, your brain chemistry changes. You become more confident, more willing to take risks, more likely to succeed again. Success breeds success. The opposite is also true. Repeated failure makes you more risk-averse, less confident, less likely to try. Failure breeds failure. This is why just go out and fail a bunch is terrible advice. Failure after failure doesn't build you up, it breaks you down. You need to set achievable goals. If you're new to this, have a 2-minute conversation is a win. Get her laughing once is a win. You don't need to pull phone numbers or get dates to feel successful. Define wins you can actually achieve and rack them up. As you accumulate small wins, your confidence grows. Then you can set harder goals. But always keep success in the mix. Always feel like you're winning overall, even as you're stretching into new territory. Now, how do you have structure without being in your head? Think of it this way. Structure is your backup plan, not your script. Your opener. Ideally, something natural comes to you in the moment. But if you blank, you have a reliable go-to you've used before. The backup plan gives you security without constraining you. The transition to comfort. Ideally, it happens organically as you find genuine connection. But if you're stuck in attraction mode and can't shift, you have a way to move forward. The backup plan prevents you from getting stuck. Moving to a new location. Ideally, it flows naturally from the conversation. But if there's an awkward moment, you have something you can suggest. The backup plan rescues you from dead ends. Having these backup plans doesn't mean you use them every time. It means you're never stuck. And knowing you're never stuck lets you relax, be present, and respond to what's actually happening instead of desperately trying to remember what you're supposed to do. The other key to improvement, think about time as a resource. On any given night out, you have limited time. You could spend it in one long interaction or many short ones. How should you decide? Think about your average result. What quality of outcome do you typically get? Now evaluate what's in front of you. Is this above or below your average? If you're talking to someone clearly above your average and it's going well, stay, invest. Don't wander off looking for something better when something good is already happening. If you're talking to someone below your average or it's going poorly, move on. Your expected value from continuing to meet people is higher than your expected value from forcing this one interaction to work. This isn't cold or calculating, it's rational. Time is limited. Spend it where you have the best chances. But as the night progresses, your expected value from new approaches drops because there's less time remaining. So interactions that wouldn't have been worth staying in early become worse staying in late. Calibrate accordingly. Improve incrementally, 90% your current best, 10% new material. Set achievable goals and accumulate wins to build confidence. Use structure as a backup plan, not a script. Treat time as a resource and invest it wisely based on expected value. The final piece we discuss next isn't about technique at all, it's about finding your own style. Not everyone should approach this the same way. Your personality, your goals, your strengths, they should shape how you apply these principles. Copying someone else's style is a starting point, not a destination.